Guardiola is with his side, who stand just 90 minutes away from a Champions League final. Barcelona, thanks to Messi's brilliance, hold the upper hand, and body language tells you just how relaxed they are. So many stars, of course, but there is one who shines brighter than all the others. Yeah, those are the statistics that tell you a story. Nice sort of symmetry about them, isn't there? 31 La Liga appearances, 31 goals, and look at the total down at the bottom. Absolutely extraordinary. Ida, there used to be a debate, didn't there, about who the best player in the world was. Is there any debate any longer?
Well, not looking at those statistics, and I wonder how many goals he's set up and created for his teammates as well. There's probably another 20 or 30 to add on to that tally. It's extraordinary. He's just an extraordinary footballer and an extraordinary human being, and he's just a pleasure to watch.
What do you like to play alongside and to train with?
Well, he made average players like me look good. That's what he did. He's just a joy to be around. He's got none of this arrogance, no arrogance about him whatsoever. He just goes on with it. He loves his football. He just gets on with his job, and ask him to miss out a training session or to rest for a game, and that's probably the only time you will upset him.
There is still a debate about him, of course, Jamie, and that's about whether he's a Lionel or a Lionel.
Well, Ida knows the answer to that one. He's actually informed me earlier on that it is Lionel. Is that correct, Ida?
Very true, Jamie.
For what reason?
For the reason being that his father is a very big Lionel Richie fan. Sounds silly, but actually a fact.
So he's not Lionel anymore, it's Lionel.
Well, we're all big fans of Lionel Messi in that, because there are two very different types of goals in that first leg from Messi, Graham.
Yeah, but he scores all sorts of goals. I mean, he's just a very, very special player. Every time he plays, because he runs with it, and he's not the biggest, but he's certainly the bravest, and he sees danger. You talk about, having the picture in your head, he sees danger before these defenders are trying to even think about leaving it on him. He knows it's coming.
He's under your arm as well, Graham, all the time. He looks like one of those it was one of those I was there moments. When I see that goal, I was in the stadium, and I turned around to the guys I was with, and I said, well, we'll talk about that goal forever. It's genius. It was absolute genius. The ball is like it's, as Graham says, it's like it's Velcro to his foot, and he's brave as a lion. I tell you what, he takes knocks, he gets himself up. He's a different class footballer.
Haven't given up hope. They could end their decade-long wait for the one trophy they have won more than any other. Barcelona have more resources at their disposal tonight than they did in the first leg. Strengthened in attack with the return of Andres Iniesta from injury. That's the only change from the Bernabeu. It means Pep Guardiola calls on his first choice attacking front five, three of whom make up the world's top three players. Xavi, Iniesta and Lionel Messi, one goal short of Ruud van Nistelrooy's Champions League record for a single season.
I've heard his team talk, Bill. I think he would have needed to deliver one of his most inspirational. It has poured down, and they did get the sprinklers on as well whilst it was raining. It was a dry pitch at the Bernabeu, maybe at Mourinho's insistence, but this is anything but.
Busquets goes in, play goes on, now Messi, first chance for him to stretch his legs. Marcelo just did enough to put him off his stride. Still Messi bears down, pressure on Casillas. And it's Higuain who's missed large swathes of the season through injury. They get a hat-trick a couple of weeks ago against Valencia. Here's Messi, halted unfairly, and I think we may see the first booking of the evening in the 13th minute. Carvalho in the book.
It's interesting, the lads talking beforehand about the fact that Messi doesn't go down if he doesn't have to. He normally tries to stay on his feet.
Messi, listen to the roar as he strides forward. He's out of the way by Diarra. Shoulder to shoulder, says the referee.
An old-fashioned shoulder to shoulder, which he's allowed to get away with.
Now Messi. Lionel Messi trying to tee it up, blocked away by Carvalho. Marcelo recovered well. It's still not away though. Messi almost got in Pedro's way, tried the back heel. Still Messi, and eventually Marcelo forced to concede the corner.
He did have a chance to.
Team hotel, so he may well be watching from there and watching Messi come forward and well crowded out.
I just don't want to get into these situations, chasing after Messi. Yet again, Diarra getting the foot in. Unfairly this time, the ref thinks.
Messi. Looks nervously at the referee, Ricardo Carvalho, and well mighty, he's already ended up in the book once.
Well, for an experienced player, it was a silly challenge on the halfway line. One of those that probably would have produced the yellow card if he hadn't already been booked. A little chance for him to take a bite at Messi.
Now Xavi, now Messi. Messi. Lionel Messi, and Casillas saves but spills, and he's recovered.
It's so hard, isn't it, to stay with them when they play with that kind of fluidity. They always find the spare man. One or two pockets of space opening up there on the edge of Real's box.
As now he's got it. Messi brings it down beautifully. Lionel Messi!
Well, you sense that it is coming. The first goal in this match. It's coming to Barcelona. Messi increasingly influential. Could have easily gone down under Alonso's challenge. And he knew he had a chance to get his shot away.
Villara. Pressured out battle, dispossesses Messi on the run. He hasn't got another one in, has he? He's found Villa! Super save from Casillas. Messi! Well, that's the save to keep Real Madrid in this semi-final.
Barcelona, the team on top, winning their individual battles, finding space in dangerous areas. He gets crowded out of it, Diarra. All of a sudden, you've got Messi running at you, which is not a situation you want to find yourselves in, but
he can't manage it. Now Messi. Just about kept out, but he hasn't finished yet, Messi. Nor of Barcelona. David Villa. Little touch from Pedro, it's Messi!
He's hit his head up against Arbeloa. It wasn't so much the challenge from Osana Diarra. It was when he went to ground, whacking against the knee of the right back.
Iniesta closed out by Real Madrid pair.
And another one from Carvalho. And once again he's imploring the ref not to take action. He's testing the ref's patience here with one or two challenges. Might be yet another case of Real Madrid playing against 10 men at some point here.
Dani Alves. Look at Messi scything through the middle. Iniesta. Messi leaves it to Pedro! Real Madrid carved open! The road to Wembley opens up! That should really be that!
Well, talk about a clinical through ball. When you've got players like Andres Iniesta in possession, in space, with time. And when he can do what he just did, with a defence-splitting pass, absolute beauty. They've passed up one or two chances tonight. And they weren't going to pass that one up.
Talking about a moment ago in this second period, the second leg. That's irrelevant.
Just a dip. It's a couple of matches.
Messi goes to ground. It's very congested. Referee are judging that there was a Real Madrid foot to halt the little Argentinian.
Ronaldo quite fortunate to get away with that intentional trip.
Messi, an acceleration, caught by Alonso.
It's loose. Xabi Alonso. And beating him, all ends up Messi. Pictures speak for themselves there. Nowhere near the ball.
The goals in that 5-0 win here in the league. Messi skips away from Carvalho. Bounces off Albiol. Backhands Adebayor. Now Messi makes his move. Tries to divert his header goalwards. Doesn't do a bad job given where it was. Super run from Piqué ahead of him. Really able to pick out Pedro, Messi. This will not give anything up. He's fouled. Marcelo's going to be in trouble. Be surprised if it was anything more than a yellow, but you never know. Not in these Clásicos.
It always looks worse when the surface is wet and you keep on sliding. It's the right decision from the ref. Easy for the official to be influenced by the crowd who are baying for blood. And when you think of those Carvalho challenges, they're a lot worse than that.
Barcelona out, then that'll be enough for them. That's the equation. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Not on a night like this, against a side like this, who at times have hit the heights, certainly. Pedro looking for Messi. It's a lovely looking ball. Messi in that Sodom corner.
I think for Barcelona is they haven't suffered from injuries in those positions, have they? Villa and Pedro have been there week after week alongside Messi. Great understanding.
Tell you what, that was a super, if high-risk challenge from Marcelo, having just been booked. Looks like Jose Mourinho's rewriting of records in the Champions League are becoming this year the first manager to lead a side into 4 semi-finals with 4 different clubs. Will end just there.
That's yet another foul from Carvalho.
Down goes Messi, Adebayor. He's not going to get away with any more. Well, he is. Last chance. And maybe he said something. There is the yellow card.
He probably should have got it anyway, to be fair. Next match looks like being next season.
Xavi standing over it. Messi takes it. Barcelona, it is, who will go to Wembley. And the cheer even louder because it's Real Madrid that they leave in their wake. After the game of shame in the first leg, it's a night of joy for Barcelona as they remain on track for their 4th European Cup. Up to mountainous tasks for Madrid as they came to Catalonia. That 2-goal first leg Messi deficit, and so it proved after Pedro scored the telling goal. Eric Abidal hoisted high on the shoulders.